guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited. This is a completely new product for me. I haven't ever done anything like this before, and yeah, just really excited and can't wait to get using this myself. So basically it is a new digi and it is aimed at beginners or people just building up their stash and who want to purchase like their first digital products. So I'm calling it the basics or essentials kind of kit, basically. It's a complete essentials or complete basics junk journal kit. So it's huge. It's 40 pages. I actually think it's 42 pages, but we'll just kind of, you know, round it off at 40 pages. Now, it is obviously, you know, dearer than other kits that are in my shop, but it contains, you know, everything to get you started, basically. And although I'm saying it's aimed at beginners, of course, there's no reason why other people couldn't buy it, because it is, you know, very different to the other kits. It contains all different things to other kits. But you'll see what I mean when we go through. So I'm just going to move these little bits off the top because, you know, I just put them there to look pretty. So what do you get? Right, you get 10 ledger pages, 12 floral pages, 3 pages of floral journal cards, 3 pages of lady type scenes type journal cards, 4 pages of print cards, what I would call vintage print cards, 3 pages of frames, another page of frames / label type frames, a page of tags, a page of labels, a page of fussy cut flowers, and a page of fussy cut butterflies. So I'm going to show you everything that you get here, and yeah, you will kind of see what you get. Now, because of the sheer volume of this kit, it's going to come to you slightly differently. You're going to get 2 PDF files, which are basically containing all of your background pages. So one will be all the floral pages, one will be all the ledger pages. So one PDF with the florals, one PDF with the ledgers. And then all the other files are all contained in zip files containing JPG or JPEG versions of the files. So that was the only way that I could do it to get my, you know, Etsy to take the volume of stuff that's actually contained in this kit because it's so huge. But yeah, let's go through and see what you get. So actually, I'm going to do the ledger pages first because I deem them as, you know, less exciting than the floral pages. So I'm going to show you all the ledger pages first. Now, although they're less exciting, obviously they are what I would call, you know, an essentials, a sort of basics part. So these are like your texty pages. They're a bit like book pages, sheet music, that kind of thing, in that you can do so much with your ledger type pages. So, you know, I don't necessarily mean you have to have ledger pages, but you know, they're just a very basic kind of background that's going to work with everything. So you get 10 pages of ledgers, and they are all different, you know, in their composition. So some will have kind of bigger, you know, bigger parts, bigger sections. Some will be more neutral coloured, and some will have, you know, a mix of other colours. For instance, this has got blues and things. You know, this has got smaller sections. So, you know, you've got then a good variety to be able to use in collage, or you know, however that you fancy using. This one obviously has got lots of smaller portions, which again, you could cut them out and use them in different ways. So, you know, hopefully you will really think it's a good variety of different kind of ledgers and things that you can use. And you know, you don't have to use these in collage. You could obviously use these just as background pages, however you like. But yeah, hopefully you've got a good range. Here you've got a couple of greeny shades as well, so you know, you've got a good range there. So that's your ledger pages. So that's first set of background pages. The next set of background pages, oh my goodness, I love these colors so much, I have to say. So this is hugely colorful, and again, I've paired it with very neutral ledger pages. So again, you know, this kit's going to be huge. I think I worked it out, and it works out, it's $9.99, and it works out about 24 something cents per page, about 24 cents per page, that you're paying. And bearing in mind that you can then print those pages as often as you like. You know, there's no limit how often that you can print them and use them. You could use them, you know, 100 times per page. if you wanted to. So, you know, and the fact that you've got the very neutral and these highly coloured florals, you're going to have like almost unlimited things that you're going to be able to do with this kit, you know, which, yeah, hopefully would, you know, be very exciting to someone who's just building up their stash, or, you know, for anyone who, just like me, just likes to add to their stash. So page number 1. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go through this reasonably quickly, not really kind of talking you through. So you've got lots of these pages which have got like a build up of pieces, if you see what I mean. So these are the print card type pages, and I've just kind of layered them up so they get gradually more colourful. So again, this is reasonably neutral in that you've just got the blues and the greens, and then it's going to build up and get more and more colourful. You've got some of these with, again, highly coloured, you know, lots and lots of colour on there. So as you can see, we're kind of building up gradually. We've introduced the reds from the roses. Then we've got this one. Now, these are all printed on just regular copy paper, you know, these pages that I'm showing you at the moment. So, I mean, they really are lovely pages, aren't they? This one here. This one with obviously a few more pinks and things. Again, lots of those highly coloured florals. This one here. This one with, you know, incorporating some of the ledger pages with the florals. This one here. Oops, this is a repeat. No, I'm so sorry. This is such a big kit. I actually had a bit of a trouble trying to actually, you know, gather it and work out what I had printed or not printed. And yeah, I've obviously mucked it up now, and I'm now showing you repeats of the items, so I do apologize for that. So I'm just going to show you these last two. I can't remember whether I've shown you these before or not, if I'm truthful. But yeah, you get 12 floral pages, so 12 of the florals based pages, and like I say, they've all been printed just on regular copy paper. Now, this is the ephemera part of the kit. And like I say, it's a complete kit. So everything I'm showing here is contained in that $9.99. So here you've got a page of tags. So again, these are beautiful, beautiful tags taken from the florals and in a few different sizes. So you've got kind of really large, you've got medium, and then a small one here. So gorgeous, gorgeous tags. Then you've got these vintage, you know, what they would call print cards. So you've got these ones here, which are floral ones. So again, just to give you, you know, maximum kind of opportunities really for how you can use your kit. So I wanted to incorporate, you know, a whole bunch of different looks. So you really can create, you know, very different pieces with this whole kit. Then you've got these plain print cards, which I absolutely just love these types of things. They're very like Baroque, I think, in style, these types of things, which I just absolutely love. So, you know, I thought they just sing out and, you know, speak for themselves really in these just plain neutrals. And then you've got some more print cards. These two are repeats of the pink and the blue one from the previous page, but the others are, you know, individual ones, but they're very, very pretty, aren't they? So, yeah. Then here, I've got a page of frames. Now, again, please excuse the fact that my printer has whizzed it through and chopped the top off. That's not obviously typical. That's just my printer. Now, these two frames are joined, so you could always cut these out, keep them together and fold them over like a sort of little booklet. But alternatively, you've got the obvious place there where if you wanted to cut them down and use them individually, that's, you know, that's an option too. Then you've got these couple of frames here, and then you've got some words. Now, obviously, this is on white copy paper, not copy paper, this is white 200 GSM card. And this is photo quality, so it's super, super lovely quality paper. So these words, you know, you've got some very dark blue, they're almost black, and then these kind of, I don't know what colour you would call this, a kind of burnt umber type colour here. So again, you could coffee dye those, you know, you could ink them however you like. I decided to leave them just on nothing as the background because I thought that's going to give you the most opportunities, you know, again, because bearing in mind that this is a kit designed for people with maybe not a lot in their stash and they're just trying to get going. Then you've got the frames again but in a different colorway. So these are much more kind of charcoal type based. They're not black, they are sort of a dark browny charcoal colour, and then you've got this sort of dark, almost like a navy blue type colour there, and again those same words there. Then you've got these beautiful labels, and again these are very much inspired by those floral pages, so they're picking up lots of the colours from the floral pages, so the greens and the blues, the purples, you know, really pretty sheet of labels there, and you know, many with the florals on them, and then you've just got a few that are sort of plain. Then you've got 2 pages of printable journal cards. So these are floral printable journal floral journal cards. So you've got these ones here, and these have not got a background, if you see what I mean. So, you know, they're just on the white, and you would just cut around those and use those. And these, I've put these on a floral background, so you could cut them incorporating the floral as well, if you see what I mean, for if you wanted a bigger border for your pieces. So again, just giving you options to make your things look different and create different looks for your pieces. Then you've got a couple of these. Now these are some images that I got from a vintage magazine. Now they don't necessarily look like quality that would be in, like, say, a typical magazine or book that we get now. So I just want to point that out. These are how they look. I mean, these are vintage images. So I can't remember the technique that they would use, they would call this, but this has been done using, you know, where they kind of draw the lines. I can't remember what that technique is called. That is how that looks on the original. And this one, it's more like a sort of pencil sketch type drawing. Again, that's how that looks. So, you know, I just want to point that out. These are genuine vintage images, and that's how they, you know, that's how the originals kind of looked. Again, I've put them inside a little frame, and again, my printer's whipped this through, so please ignore that. But they've got that frame, and these are massive. So again, just to give you lots of versatility, I've done just 2 that are very big. Then I have done the same images, just with a couple of extra ones. No, these are different images, sorry, take that back. Different images. And you get 4 of these, so on the smaller, you know, the smaller size. Then here you have got a page of labels, so lots of different labels, and again very much inspired by the colours in the floral pages, so a huge variety of colours there to use. You then get a page of florals, so again these are the same florals that I've used for the floral pages, if that makes sense. So all of this kit is going to be kind of interchangeable and, you know, work perfectly. And don't forget, you've got those plain ledger pages. If I just kind of bring 1 or 2 in now. Oops. The plain ledger pages, which of course they are neutrals, and so they are going to work with, you know, all of these bits and pieces, if you see what I mean. So, you know, the idea being that you've got the biggest range of possible, you know, scenarios or interchangeable things via all of the pieces. So yeah, I hope that's kind of you know, coming across. So because there's obviously a lot to show, it's hard to show it all together. You then get a page of butterflies, again highly inspired by the floral pages with the variety of colours, very highly coloured. Right, then you get the same kind of cards and pages shrunk down. So, you know, again, I'm aware that not everybody necessarily likes things as large as, you know, I maybe like them. So I've shrunk them down. So here you've got those 4 journal cards smaller. The 2 large ones, again, smaller. Then you've got the floral cards, again, shrunk down. So you've got the 2 pages on 1 page. So again, you've got then lots of options to use these how you like. And this is as small as I have done them for this kit. You know, I couldn't possibly kind of cram anything into the available downloads because Etsy only gives you 5 files that you can actually include in a purchase. So they'd kind of gone as, you know, as many as I could possibly get, you know, size wise. But if you wanted these even smaller, you could of course print this page 2 to a page, if that makes sense. So for instance, if you wanted to print this and this, you would pick these 2 pages and then you would just set your printer to say 2 to a page, and these would then be shrunk down to basically half the size. So, you know, that's just an option for if these were not small enough, you know, for how you would like to use them. Then I've got the frames, again, smaller. So the half size, and then the words obviously are on there half size. And then here we've got just one page of those print cards, half size, and the butterflies, again, half size. And then the final page is the florals half size and the labels half size. So yeah, as you can see, massive, massive, massive kit. And, you know, I just really hope that you kind of can see all the sort of endless possibilities that you've got with this. I mean, I just think you could create endless projects with this. I mean, literally, you know, journals, folios, cards, scrapbooks, you know, all sorts of things, canvases, art journaling, all sorts of different things using this kit. And it is really massive. It's all completely interchangeable. And of course, you could use this with other kits and things that, you know, you maybe already have got. But for somebody who's just starting out, especially, I think this would be really great way to buy, you know, for, you know, hopefully what you'd deem as a smallish amount of money. You've got a lot of stuff. You know, and a lot of different looks that you can play with from this. So let's clear the decks and just show you one or two things that I've already been, you know, already been putting together and having a play with. And then we can get actually using this kit and, you know, actually doing some projects together. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I've already played around with since, you know, I only completed the kit a couple of days ago. So yeah, just what I've been doing basically this morning. So I've just taken some book page and I've just done some collage masterboards on some book page. And, you know, again, this is just giving an example of the types of looks that you're going to get and the types of things that you can do. So again, as you can see, I mean, I've mixed in the florals and the ledger pages. So, you know, they look really, really pretty together, don't they? And very sort of, yeah, eclectic mix. And obviously I have mixed the florals and the ledgers, if you see what I mean. If you wanted to go for a much more toned down, muted look, you could, of course, just use the ledgers, you know, and then you could kind of, you know, do some collage just with the ledgers. You could mix it in with sheet music. You could mix it in with book page, you know, however you like. But yeah, that's kind of just one thing that I have been playing around with so far this morning. And then another thing, that I quickly played around with this morning was I just made a quick snippet roll. So just again to show you, or snippet strip really, because I don't really tend to roll mine up. So yeah, this is a quick snippet strip. So I'm just going to bring it up to the camera and just kind of show you. Basically, I've used book page, backed it onto book page, and then I went down, you know, overlapping the book page with some of the ledger sheets. So I've got a nice neutral kind of background there, you know, base kind of background. And then I've used, obviously, those fussy cut pieces and the smaller journal cards. So I've used several of the smaller journal cards for the ladies, and also for the couple of floral kind of images there. And I've just punched those into oval shapes. The ladies, actually, I just tore around, except for this one, which I did punch in an oval. And then I've just mixed them in with the fussy cut butterflies and the labels and some of those other frame / label things, you know, to just, yeah, get some lovely, gorgeous looking pieces going on to the snippet roll. So really, really, really pretty, isn't it? So yeah, that's kind of, that's those. So let's get making some bits now. So I think what I'm going to do is just make a couple of tags here because I'm aware that obviously I've been filming for quite a while already, just showing you what's in the kit. So I'm going to just make a couple of tags using the tag blanks. And then, of course, we can come back and we can make like a folio or something, you know, more substantial project. I mean, yeah, I would quite like to sort of do multiple projects with this, really, you know, to be able to show some of the things that you can do. But I am aware, and I know I've said this before, what happens is, you know, people get sick of watching, obviously, if, you know, they deem you're doing kind of the same thing, i.e. you're using the same papers or, you know, the same kit. People don't really want to see that. And so, well, that's a sweeping statement. I'm not saying nobody wants to see it, but what happens is your views then go down, and, you know, YouTube then, you know, deems that your content's not very interesting, and so, you know, your videos don't really kind of get the reach that, you know, you'd hope that they would get when you put them up. So yeah, I'll have to kind of give this some thought, but yeah, definitely we will do you know, a couple of really kind of full-blown projects using this, because I just really, yeah, can't wait to use it really as a kit. I just think it's full of such beautiful, gorgeous colours. I mean, straight away, look at those tags. They're so pretty, aren't they? I just love them. Right, let me find some background page to put these on. So I've got here just some coffee dyed card, and I'm just going to back them onto there. Now, again, completely optional. Like I say, I have actually printed them already onto, I think it was 200 GSM, although I can't be sure, can't quite remember, but it's the photo quality card anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you really. If you're printing on that type of thickness, you know, you may deem that they're thick enough and don't really even need backing, and therefore you could just ink them. I personally really like a very thick, sturdy tag and journal card. You know, both of those, I really like the really thick, sort of sturdy feel. But, you know, not everybody does. So, again, just kind of, yeah, tailor it to how you like to do your things. So, I just feel like, you know, I mean, occasionally I will use them just as, you know, a single thickness, but I think they have a different sort of quality to them when they're backed onto thicker card. It sort of makes them not come alive exactly, but oh, how would I describe it? I don't know how to describe it really, but yeah, I think it just takes them to the next level and just makes them well, I mean, they're just more sturdy and durable for a start, but also they do then have a what's the word I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just that it sets them apart from other things in the journal. So it makes it sort of very obvious that they are tags. I'm not saying it wouldn't be obvious that they're tags. Of course it is, but I don't know. I can't really describe what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just quite like them on the whole, you know, thicker. So let me get rid of my bits there. Now, I probably will stitch around these, but yeah, I'm not too sure yet whether I'm going to do that. Now, as I said, I did punch out a couple of the floral pieces to use on that snippet roll. So I'm left now with these frames, and I'm just wondering whether I could now use my craft knife. I hate using my craft knife, as you know. So, yeah, let me put my glasses on for this. It's like a very precise operation. So I'm going to take my craft knife and just cut the rectangle out. Now, I haven't coffee dyed any of these papers, but I'm pretty sure that they would coffee dye, you know, beautifully. I'm sure they would come out really, really beautiful. But like I say, I haven't coffee dyed any. Oops, press that in a bit far. Okay. Oh, that was horribly not straight on that side. I even saw it go off to at an angle, so yeah, low hopes there. Okay, right. Let's just go in here. Oh. Okay, right, let's cut around here now. Oops. Okay, and like that. So, you know, this is just one of those waste not, want not type scenarios. You know, I'd already used the frame, i.e. punching out the ovals. So it's nice to be able to use the rest of the frame, you know, the remaining part, rather than waste it. So, okay. So I'm just going to take that frame like that. Now, I think I probably want to ink it up. So even though I haven't, like I say, coffee dyed, I think, you know, I definitely want to ink it. So Oops. Now I'm just using my vintage photo here. Oh my goodness, that cutting, now I'm kind of looking at this more. Oh, it looks terrible. Terrible, terrible. So yeah, let's just try and disguise a little bit in there as well. Oh my gosh. Not making a good job at all. Right, okay. So that's quite pretty, isn't it? Now, let me pull in those ladies. So, oops, hold on a second. Oh, it's all piled up now beside me. Hold on. Right, okay. So I'm just going to pull in the ladies. Okay, and I'm going to place the journal card over one of those ladies. So let's just take her, for instance. Okay, right. So yeah, let's take her. Now also, I'll just bring my labels. I'm just getting ready here for what else I might want to have on the tag. So yeah, right, let's cut her down. So just cut this down slightly. Okay. Okay, she could still come down slightly more, but just got to be careful that I don't end up cutting her, you know, smaller than the hole. Otherwise I'll have no room for gluing her. Okay, right. So just going to, oops, glue her around here. Like that, okay. Right, probably the best way to do this is pop her down. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay, like that. Now I may take that to the sewing machine and stitch around there. I think would be quite nice. Now I've put her to the side. I could have her, oh. I was putting her to the side because that's my automatic kind of thing is, you know, go to the side. But actually, she looks lovely in the middle, doesn't she? Yeah, I might have to have her in the middle after all. Now, which colour butterfly shall I have? I'm thinking the green. I have got, obviously, the bigger sheet of butterflies, which, did I want a bigger sheet? I'm wondering. Well, let's just try this one first. And I'm also wondering whether I should glossy accent that frame. But obviously the problem is, if I do that, it's not going to be dry, you know, whilst I'm doing the video, which probably, I would probably prefer that it is dry, if you see what I mean. So yes, I might have to refrain from doing that. Just purely on a, you know, I don't want to now be avoiding touching it, you know, not being allowed to touch it. Okay. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? Love how that looks, so gorgeous. Right, and then let's have a label. We could even have a flower on there as well. So I'm thinking, so again, this is that half page, you know, the yeah, the half page where we've cut them down, not cut them down, printed, you know, the 2 to a page. So, and like I say, you get this page in the kit. So let's just okay, and then just okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we could have like the rose and that. So I might just have to take her across to the sewing machine, which is annoying because I was trying to not waste so much time. Now, do I want to stitch around the tag? Probably not if I'm stitching around her. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. That's her stitched like that. And I think let's just take one label as well. I'm thinking this one. Okay, let's just cut that down. And again, you know, this is a really nice simple project. You know, if you are just starting out or anything, this is a really nice simple project to, you know, to start with. Is just, you know, make some tags or something. You know, it's sort of not so overwhelming as perhaps tackling a whole journal, you know, or something like that. So yeah, just kind of start, you know, start with things that, you know, feel sort of manageable and not overwhelming perhaps. So, or maybe like that. Yeah, okay, right. So I'm going to hot glue this down. I know that sounds like complete overkill, but I'm just going to do that. And then, again, not going to overly press it. I know I do this all the time, but, you know, so it's then got that slightly raised thing going on. I mean, it's very slight, but, you know, it just adds a bit of sort of texture and interest, really. So I'm just going to then ink this slightly. I haven't inked around that edge of that tag yet. I don't know whether I want to, but no. Did we like it more like that? Yeah. Otherwise everything was piled on top of her, wasn't it? So yeah, let's have it like that. I mean, how pretty are all these colours? They're just lovely, aren't they? I mean, I'm very drawn to colour, you know, which if you watch my channel, you've probably noticed. You've probably noticed I am slightly drawn to colour. But yeah, I love the excuse to be able to use colours, I think. So, yeah, what better excuse than if your kit is full of colour? Then, you know, you've, yeah, got the perfect excuse, haven't you, if the kit's full of colour. Okay. Oh, how pretty does that look? Now, I've got this sari silk in this gorgeous green colour, which I'm thinking do a lovely bow at the top. So let's just punch a hole in there. Oops. Like that. And, oops, again, just going to use my hole reinforcers. I mean, again, that's really kind of negligible whether I even need them, because they're going to be, you know, that hole's going to be covered up with the sari silk, but, you know, I'll just pop one on there anyway. Okay, like that. Oh my goodness, that's such a gorgeous tag, isn't it? I just love those colours. So I'm going to just thread my sari silk through, and then I'm just going to tie a bow. So again, you know, if you're doing things like this, you know, I find that you need to have a reasonable amount of the sari silk, you know, to be able to tie your bow. Even if it seems a little bit wasteful, you know, you're going to want to have sort of room to play to get your bow right, if you see what I mean. If ever I try and be stingy, you know, which is quite often, let's face it, you know, and yeah, think, oh, I'm going to just use a little bit of, say, ribbon or sari silk, then all that happens is actually it's false economy, because I can't then get my bow to look right, and I end up having to cut myself a second bit. So yeah, sometimes it's worth just, you know, having a longer piece there, and then you can hopefully, you know, get your bow right, maybe first time. So yeah. Oh my goodness, how super pretty does that look? I just love how that looks. I mean, that sari silk just, wow, finishes that off so beautifully, doesn't it? So that is the first tag. Let's do another one. So yeah, I'm wondering, should we do something a bit different this time, because I don't want to be just really, really boring doing the same thing all the time. So let's just take this. So this is one of those print cards. Oops. So let's just cut that down. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to ink up around there a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to have that popped there. I don't know, again, I've put it to the side. Maybe it would be better in the middle or maybe even at the top. And then I think what I'm going to do is pick one of those butterflies, but the full size butterflies. So, oops, let's just see now which colour. Let's just cut this down. Oh, that green's quite nice. Or that green again. Or any of these. Maybe the blue. Oh, maybe this green one actually. So yeah, let's just take this one. Yeah, let's take that one. So again, just snip this down. So this is the bigger page of butterflies now. And actually, I have to say, I'm wondering whether I might have preferred to have the bigger print card. Yeah, I didn't really think, and just pulled that one in. I'll have to have a look in a second. Yeah. The bigger one might be too big for the tag, but it's worth having a look, isn't it? You know, because like I always say, if you've got this kind of inkling to try something, then do try it. Because, you know, if you've got that, yeah, initial thought, the chances are you're just going to still have that thought. Right, okay, so as you can see, it's probably too big for that tag. So, but hey, let's not let that stop us. Let's still cut it out and try. Well, because, you know, it might not be. And if I cut that border off, it might just about squeeze on there. But hey, just about squeezing on there might not be the look we're wanting. You know, fitting more comfortably might be more the look. Oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? It's just too big. Unless we have it down the bottom as a pocket for that tag. So this is completely now not what I was planning. But yeah, I'm now thinking actually we could have it down the bottom and just have it as a pocket. So I'm just going to cut slightly off either side. Okay, and again, just ink around here. Okay. Well, I have to cut that down slightly more still. But let's just glue this on first. So, like that. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't what I was planning on doing. You know, the pocket. But to be honest, I think it's going to look really nice actually. So, yeah. Again, just squish that down. Now, I'm just going to cut that round from the back where I can kind of see them where it's overhanging. Okay. Right, like that. So, and then my butterfly. And then let's pick a label. So now I'm thinking maybe this colour. Actually, I'm now thinking maybe a red one as well on top of that print card. Oops. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Butterfingers today. Oh, the amount of times that I say that, to be honest, I should just say, well, as usual. Butterfingers as usual. Because I just seem to always have them, don't I? Okay. Again, just ink that slightly. Oh, how pretty does that look? So I'm thinking down here, we could maybe have this reddish label. Don't know really whether I'd call that red or... Well, I guess it is red, isn't it? But it's definitely got a sort of, I don't know, pinky red or... I don't know what colour I would really call that, but yeah. Oh, how scrumptious does that look? Just need to decide where. Where does it look best? Oh, quite liking it there. Oh, I'm just going to have it on here. So, yeah, sorry about the mucking about there. Okay. Okie doke. And then the butterfly. Pop that down. Like that. Okay, and the label. Pop that down like that. And then I'm just wondering, we might like to have a flower down here. So I'm just going to see which flowers. Wondering about the purple one. Right, let's just take purple and let's just take a rose, I think. Oh, it's tough choice now. Oh, let's cut this out. Hold on. Okie dokie. Okay. Yeah, maybe have that here. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah. And then maybe... I'm actually thinking, weirdly enough now, I'm thinking maybe a pink one at that bottom instead of red. Because, you know, we've already got the red of the label, haven't we? How much red do we realistically need? Right, let me try a pink. Hold on. Okay. Okay, right. Let's get rid of that. Oh my goodness, definitely the pink, yeah. Definitely the pink. Now, oops. Should have not glued that butterfly down yet, should I? Because now I'm struggling to squeeze that in. Unless I have it here and then just cut the, you know, cut the stems off the leaves. Well, not all of the leaves, obviously, but just the bits that are overhanging. I could even have it like that. No, I'm going to have it here. Right, okay, I'm going to have to cut the, you know, that little bit of stem off, I think. So let's just pop that down. Like, oh, like that. Come on. Come on, come on. Right. Like that. And yeah, let's just cut that from the back. I mean, you wouldn't have to be honest. You could just leave that leaf actually hanging. I don't know why I didn't, but yeah, that might have looked better, to be honest. Don't know why. It just didn't really occur to me to do that. And yeah, kind of wishing I had now. I think it would have looked really good. Okay, really pretty. And then we could make a tab with this, you know, with some of the background papers. Although actually I've not printed those on thick paper. It's just on, you know, copy paper. So I'm going to go with some more sari silk. Because, yeah, it just really looks lovely, doesn't it? So, again, just going to put a whole reinforce around. Okay. Sorry about my arm, if my arm is in the camera. They're hung, like, above my desk. So, yeah, I have to reach across. Right, now, what colour sari silk shall we use? Oh, I have got that blue ribbon. I don't know why I picked that, because actually I didn't really have anything else blue even on there, did it? No. No, just sometimes, sometimes just want to try random things. Oh, the purple is quite pretty. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think I've really got enough here to actually tie a ribbon or tie a bow. So, yeah, I'm probably going to struggle. But I'm not cutting this down being stingy. This is just all that happens to be here. I have got some more, but, yeah, just trying to avoid, you know, having to get it. So let's try this. Oh my goodness. I might not even have enough here to make a decent looking bow at all, to be honest. Yeah. That's a weird looking bow, isn't it? It's very, very stingy looking. Stingy and rubbish. Right. Well, actually, let's just pull it round a bit. I mean, I love those extravagant ones, like, you know, like the one that's on the other tag. It's a, you know, what would we call it? Like a, yeah, generous helping of sari silk. But actually, now that we've pulled this around and, you know, played around with it a bit, actually it doesn't look too bad. I think we can just about get away with that. So again, just going to glue this down. Oh, like that. Holding that into place, and you know, it's a double whammy because it's holding it in place and also obviously it's you know, gluing that knot together, which is, you know, just then holding that together. So there we go. Oh, how pretty is that? I love how that looks. So yes, that is the finished tags. So, I mean, they're so pretty, aren't they? I just really, really love them. And like I say, you know, I can just think of endless things that I want to do with this kit. So, yep, I hope that you like it. And as I say, the kit is obviously for sale in my Etsy shop, you know, and yeah, I mean, basically all the detail is on the listing. It has got pictures, but again, you know, actually you're seeing more of the kit here because again, you know, you're limited to the number of pictures that you can have in Etsy. So yeah, I really hope that you like the kit. I hope you like the concept of a sort of one-stop shop, i.e., you know, everything contained in that one yeah, that one kind of purchase basically. So you know, it's just a fun sort of thing to do really, and you know, quick and easy way if you're trying to build up your stash and, you know, maybe just, or moving across to Digis, you know, starting using Digis as your first kind of time or something like that. I just think it's actually quite a good way to, you know, one-stop shop, and you've got a whole bunch of things, you know, all of your kind of essentials. You've got your labels, you've got frames, you've got some journal cards, you've got some tags, you've got background papers, you've got, you know, plain kind of ledgery type papers. You know, hopefully you really think it's a good you know, yeah, mix of all your essential basics. So yep, I really hope that you like everything that is in the kit, and you know, thank you so much to those people who've already bought the kit. And yeah, if you buy it, I hope that you just have the most fun using it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.